Well, hello there, fellow geeks and geekettes. Welcome to another video. Welcome to the late news with Psycho Seb, once again. Now, I've just been skimming through Bleeding Fool, one of my favorite websites as far as getting comic book news, and I've come to find this particular short article from August the 27th, so it's not that old. Let me read it out for you first. So, two-part animated Batman movie, The Long Halloween, coming 2021. Just when you thought this past weekend's virtual DC fandom couldn't hype up their projects any further, they also announced a two-part animated adaptation of Batman The Long Halloween. The project is based on the critically acclaimed and Eisner Award-winning 13-issue miniseries written by Jeff Loeb with art by Tim Sale. Producers say the animated movies will be released in the summer and fall of 2021. Warner Brothers is bringing plenty of Batman in 2021 with this project overlapping Matt Reeves' The Batman. Blah blah blah. Now there's a link to the trailer. Blah blah. The Long Halloween's premise with a serial killer mystery during the Dark Knight's second year as a costume crime fighter. We know that, of course. Also in production is the previously announced Batman: Soul of the Dragon original animated movie from executive Bruce Timm in early 2021. Now that's something. That is something different. All right. So, what's my take on it? Come on, The Long Halloween, right? Somebody asks me, or tells me, I've never read a Batman comic. What should I read? Everybody suggests Year One, The Dark Knight Returns. I wouldn't recommend Dark Knight Returns for beginners because it's an Elseworld story. It's not really, the mainstream Batman, but Year One definitely. And as soon as you finish Year One, you should read Batman: The Long Halloween, which is, as the article said, was written by Jeff Loeb, illustrated by Tim Sale, one of the greatest comic book creator duos in the history of the comic production. Now, what's this? As the article said, it's a 12 or 13, I can't remember, 13-issue miniseries that is basically covering Batman's second year as, the Batman, or Bruce's second year as the Batman, and it revolves around a serial killer who commits murders on, significant, holidays during the year, right? So it starts on Halloween, it ends on Halloween. So it covers holidays like, as mentioned, Halloween, Christmas, Easter, and so on and so forth. I think there's also St. Patrick's Day, just, very, very well celebrated and famous holidays in the English-speaking world, in the, Anglo-Saxon world. And it is a true crime noir story. And indeed, it is a proper detective story, which I personally prefer as far as Batman goes. Now, you can approach Batman from several different perspectives. You can write about the detective Batman, you can write about the superhero Batman, you can write about Batman as the lone wolf, or a Batman, working with Robin and the other members of the Bat family. You can write about Batman in connection with Superman, or as working with the Justice League or the Justice League of America. Of all these different approaches to the character of Batman, I prefer the one where he is depicted as this dark lone wolf detective, and does both the fighting and crime fighting and the detective work. And that's exactly what The Long Halloween is. And it is so well written, and so masterly drawn that it has instantly become a cult classic and will be forever written in, carved in stone, as one of the greatest Batman stories ever produced. Now, story deals with, to a huge extent, the crime families or the mafia families in Gotham City, which were very prominent and dominant at the time and were indeed ruling the Gotham City, as well as it contains various Batman villains. You know, the from the Batman's Rogue Gallery, as you can see here. I opened that just so you can see where I just get the hell out of here, you freaking iPad. Yeah, so you can see the Riddler, you can see Catwoman here, right? I open a couple of pages and I'm sure we can find another villain. Well, yeah, as the one of the crime lords. I don't know if it's the Falcone or Maroni. Falcone, yeah. We open another page and look who we've got here. We've got Two-Face, right? Harvey Dent. It's also one of the stories that deals with the origin of Two-Face, or Harvey Dent being transformed into Two-Face. So it's one of the retellings of how the district attorney Harvey Dent became the villain Two-Face, right? So once again, the Riddler here. We've got such iconic scenes as Batman meeting Commissioner Gordon on the roof of the Gotham City Police Department. And of course, at the beginning you can see Joker, right? And you can see that there's Christmas here, so one of the holidays I was talking about. So it is truly a masterpiece, and it will forever be one of my very favorite Batman stories. And I do reread this particular book at least once a year. Now it's got a sequel, which is called Dark Victory, and also a prequel, which is called Haunted Night. So together they have this sort of trilogy of Tim Sale's and Jeff Loeb's, or Jeff Loeb's and Tim Sale's Batman, and it's truly a cult classic already. So what do I think about the movies that they are going to make, the animated movies? I don't think there's any need for that. My approach is the same that Alan Moore has about these things. If there is such a great book as Batman The Long Halloween, I don't need anything else. It gives me everything I need, everything, which are the things that I have been talking about for the last couple of minutes. I don't need to see that movie changed and remade into moving pictures. And I am sure that I wouldn't like the movie, or at least in comparison with the book, I wouldn't like the film. The original material gives me everything I need. There is nothing, absolutely nothing, that the movie would give me and every proper fan that would make me and any proper fan satisfied, more or equally as I am satisfied with this particular book. So yeah, I know there are people who don't like to read. Personally, I don't understand that, because I've always been an extremely voracious reader, so I don't really understand that. Or I do, but I don't care, because I do love to read. But yeah, that's just my take. It's my own personal opinion. I love the original material. I always prefer to enjoy the original material, and any other incarnation or interpretation of that particular story is just I don't care. I couldn't care less, right? So because you can't compare, right? It's never as good as the original material, and that's why I was quite excited about the last line in the article, which says that there was going to be an original animated movie made by Bruce Timm. Well, that's what I am excited about, because Bruce Timm and Paul Dini were one of the most important creative minds behind Batman the Animated Series, which is really an original source. It contains original stories, and many characters come from this particular series that only then got into comic books, such as Harley Quinn, and Paul Dini and Bruce Timm are the creators, the fathers of Harley Quinn. So that's what I'm excited about. An original story made by a mastermind that is behind such masterpieces as Batman the Animated Series and Harley Quinn and things like that. So I'm quite looking forward to the what's it called, Batman Soul of the Dragon, which should take place in the 1970s. Well, that will be interesting, right? So otherwise I don't really care, and the way I see it, most of the modern contemporary animated films, DC animated films, are made in the style of anime. And as much as I love anime, Japanese anime, I don't really like DC Universe animated movies being made in the visual style of anime, because I don't think that it fits, right? In my opinion, the animated anime style of the Japanese anime is just not a style that would be proper for interpreting American comics. So no, not for me. I don't think I'll watch it. I haven't seen any of the new DC animated movies or the adaptations of the famous books, such as The Dark Knight Returns or Year One, I think they made, or Killing Joke. No, not for me. No, thank you. So, what do you think, my friends? What do you think about the upcoming 2-part Long Halloween movie, animated movie? Will you watch it? Are you looking forward to it? Have you read the original comic book? Do you like it? What do you think? Do you share my opinion, or does your opinion differ in any way? Let me know in the comments down below, and that would be all from you, my friends. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to this unimportant channel of an unimportant geek talking about unimportant things. Bye.